What's up, everyone? Today we're going to talk about 4 ways to raise your credit score in 2025. You know, what is my FICO score? Well, FICO score is a calculation using many different pieces of your credit data to get a credit report. So this has 5 categories. Now, the categories, and the reason why everyone needs to understand the categories is this is how you are scored. Now, payment history covers 35% of your credit report. Amount owed is another 30%. Length of credit history is 15%. New credit is 10%. And credit mix is another 10%. Now, if you look at the percentage right here, the payment history, payment history is referred to whether an individual pay their credit on time or their bills on time. Now, things like cell phone bills, utilities, if you pay those late, it does hurt your credit. But if you pay those on time, it does not help your credit. It is kind of dumb, I know, but that's how it is. The things that help your credit is paying your mortgage on time, your credit card bills, and any money asked that you borrow to pay back on time. So just to know that your utility bills, your cell phone bills does not count towards your credit history. Now, account own is okay, what type of account you have? Like, do you have a mortgage? Do you have you been paying your mortgage on time? Do you have a credit card? How large is your credit card? And then, is it maxed out? Is another issue. If it's maxed out, it does hurt your credit, and there's almost nothing you can do if you have a maxed out credit card besides pay it down to increase your credit. Now, length of credit card history. This is why you do not close out your old credit cards. Because if you close out your old credit cards, you're gonna get dinged for having closing your credit card. Now, what you can do is cut up your credit card so you don't use it and keep the credit card open. And just don't utilize it. And that's a way to stop you from using your credit card. Or you can do what other people do and they put their credit card in a block of ice, and it's just extremely hard to use that credit card. Now, that 10% credit mix, it's what type of credit card you have, vehicle loans, install loans, credit cards, retail, all those helps that 10%. So it's good to have a good mix. Now, I don't have a lot of the loans or credit cards. I don't have installment payments. I only have a mortgage and a credit card. So even with me, it's really hard to get my credit mix. And new credit is how often you ask for a credit card, and that determines if you're risky or not. Now, why is credit card so important? It's because that establishes how much you're going to get charged for interest rate. Now, is it important to have great credit? Yes, because having a high credit could help you qualify for good apartments, rentals. It gets you approved for the best credit card interest rates. And whenever you go for your home mortgage loan, if you do have great credit, it gives you a lower interest rate for your loan. Whenever you apply for car loans, it does get you lower um, percentage on asking when you borrow. You're less risky. Now, how I tell people to improve their credit is they use their credit cards for online payments such as um, paying your bills online. You remember when I said you can't, your water bills, your cell phone bills do not qualify for installment payment. But if you use your credit card to pay those things online and then immediately pay it off, that does help your credit then. So there is ways to improve your credit with using those um, cell phone plans and your utilities. There are even ways that you can use your credit cards to pay your mortgage, but that's a third party app. I don't recommend use it. Just pay those directly. Now, what do I recommend to increase your credit? Well, before I get into what we increase your credit, let's go over, you know, what AI says about credit scores. Credit scores are payment history, so make sure you don't have any late payments, bankruptcy, foreclosures, or wage attachment. How much you owe, which credit utilization makes sense, link of credit cards, and credit mix, credit utilization. So everything I said, and people, please don't think that they use your age, race, sex, or religion against you. They don't. They just look at the numbers. Now, I thought it'd be cool if y'all knew what was the good credit score. So a good credit score 740 799 for very good. So if you have 670 to 739, you're good. And if you want excellent credit, it's 800 to 850. I don't know many people with the 800 besides me. Now, whenever you want to now let's talk about improving your credit score, because that's just talk about in 2025, how are you going to be able to improve your credit score? Well, the very first thing I would do is start using my credit card every month to pay my bills on time. So that will be such as my utility bills, my um, cell phone bills, or any other utility bills, or any other bills you can pay online. I will start using it every month, and that's the easy way to give myself a payment history. Now, the other method you could do is pay down your credit card balance. While you're using your credit card to pay off your, or not pay off, but pay on time on all these utility bills and everything, you're paying off your credit card at the same time. And if you're paying off your credit card, your utilization goes down. That means you get a stronger history on your credit history, saying, hey, I've been paying all my bills on time. Also, my balance is going down. So number two is pay down your credit card balance. Keep going at it. It's not easy. You might have to pick up a secondary job like Uber or something like that, or Uber Eats, work overtime, whatever you can do to get that extra money to pay down your credit card. Because the rule of thumb, if you have more than 30% usage on your credit card, they don't like it and it start damaging your credit. So try to keep your utilization less than 30%. Now, number three, this can help you increase your credit really quickly, is request a credit card limit increase. When you request for these increases, it will help you, um, for the short time, it'll lower your credit score, but it'll help you with your credit utilization. So instead of having a $10,000 credit card, you could have a 15,000 credit card, and one of the key things you have to do is try to improve your debt to income ratio. Now, number four is go look through your credit report and dispute your errors. You could have someone else using your credit hurting your credit score. So go on there, look at who's spending money, see where you're overdraft, see where you're having issues at, and remove your errors. You get 2 free annual reports a year. So go ahead, pull one of those, and you can pull it every 6 months and not hurt your credit. What you do is you pull your credit and then you call those places and dispute the creditors. And that can instantly raise your credit massively by 100 points due to you don't have any more dings on your credit report. So take the opportunity to fix your credit and do these things that can help you. Remember, these credits reports, you can sit there and dispute them. It's not, oh, this is your credit score. You have a chance to dispute your own credit by contacting these places and getting rid of these unwanted bills. And remember, if you owe money and it's in those phases where they're calling you, hey, you can negotiate with them and pay quarter on the dollar and make sure that you get it all in writing and it can be handled really easily. So call these places, whatever you can do. Those are my 4 ways to increase your credit in 2025 and what is a credit score. Thanks for watching.